Hey Danny, how you doing, man?
Hello, Brian. Would you like some Cool Whip? Some Cool
What?
Whip. I should put a disclaimer. There's going to be a fuck ton of impressions in this episode, okay? So if this ain't your thing, switch off, baby.
Or what? Listen completely to the end with the volume on mute
Yeah.
for the sake of our statistics. That'd be great,
Yeah.
please.
Giggity. Look, that's another one.
Yeah. Ooh.
There you go.
Oh, that's another one. There we go. Yeah.
Woo! We're off to a flying start. But before we get to what we're talking about today, I have to spin the fabled wheel of bullshit.
Whoa.
Are you ready?
Exciting.
Are we ready?
I'm ready.
Woo! This isn't bullshit, but happy Pride Month, everyone.
Yeah, it's Pride Month, isn't it? It's June.
It certainly is.
Pride Month, which has good things and bad things. The good thing is, it's really nice.
Yes.
It's nice to just be like, yeah, I'm pan. It's great. It's nice to be like, yeah, I'm a guy. It's great. It's
Yep.
I'm pretty sure neither of those things are well, you know. But anyway.
Yeah, they're not not mutually exclusive. But yeah, I just wanted to wish everyone a happy Pride Month, and you know, just because Wagamamas has a new placemat out doesn't mean that they give a fuck about you.
Yeah, that's the bad thing about Pride Month.
Yeah.
Is the lovely thing is that it's like, oh yeah, I'm pansexual, it's great. But then also, oh yeah, Wagamamas has got a big pride flag up, so that means I have to pretend they care.
Yeah, you know,
which is crazy.
I've got to buy their dumplings now because they, you know.
Yeah.
It's really strange. Don't get me wrong. It's a lot better than them promoting shitty, ways of expressing oneself through racism and or fascism. I'd rather them be doing that than any other sort of thing. So I'm happy about that. But it just feels very much that they are hijacking huge social movements in order to make profit, which I really don't like.
Yeah, the term of I agree. The term I've seen thrown around a lot is rainbow capitalism. Yeah. Which is a very accurate description, I suppose. It's just very frustrating. It's I remember seeing this Twitter thread where somebody I think it was the Microsoft logo that somebody had that they've released a rainbow version for Pride Month, and someone said, yeah, but okay, great, but on the same level, Microsoft has a massive contract with ICE that is currently like sterilizing a load of. Do you know what I mean? It's you can't pretend. It's what's the word I'm looking for? It's pretending to be sort of virtuous. Is it virtue signaling? I don't know. I barely know what that word means, but it sounds like it should be. I
think we all virtue signal. You know, we all have virtues that we want to sort of, express in one way or another. It's just whether you mean it, and it's whether you're sincere about it.
Yeah, and it's hard to imagine that a faceless corporation like Google actually is passionate about pride.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I think they're passionate about making money.
Absolutely. Apple can, say we support diversity and then have, sweatshops where people are paid.
Yeah, precisely. It's
a slave wage in order to make their product. I mean, it's really it's really disgusting.
Yeah, and there are some good examples of it though. Like I think it was Chloe showed me there was this bakery in the US, like a small sort of what's they call it, a mom and pop operation. Mm-hmm. But like it was just sort of a couple of guys working at this bakery. I think I might be getting this wrong, but I think it was a gay couple that ran the bakery. Yeah, and for Pride Month, in celebration of Pride Month, they started making these sort of heart-shaped cookies with the icing on top, which is the pride flag. And they sort of put it on their Facebook and said, oh, everybody, we're selling these pride cookies. There's like a bit of money off them because, it's a good cause and we're just we're happy it's Pride Month and we're proud and all this sort of stuff. Yeah. And that was lovely. And then a couple of hours later, they did another post on their Facebook that said something along the lines of, we cannot believe the amount of hate and backlash we have received for saying something as simple as love is good. Yeah. Love is be kind to other people. Do you know what I mean? It's absolutely ludicrous that we've received all this much hate. Yep. And then I think the day after that, it was like a big showing of community spirit when a load of people came out and sort of bought out all of the cookies they had in store. Not only just these Pride ones, which sort of were the first to go, supposedly, but they also bought sort of loads of other, all the other things in the bakery, like cakes, loaves of bread, biscuits, all of it, just to be like, it's a nice show of community spirit, which is always really nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Shame about the circumstances, but it's a nice thing, and I think that's nice.
Definitely. I think because companies sort of, they put a lot of money into advertising Pride, which is great. The more people know about it and are, accepting of it and join in on it, the better, I think. But
yeah,
I think people forget that it's not companies that started Pride. They're not the reason that we have Pride. It's it's queer folk, it's trans folk, it's people that have been threatened with their lives and the loss of everything and continued to fight against
oppressive systems.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the reason we have Pride Month, and I just think that should be, recognised a bit more,
Yeah, no, you're right. It's I do agree what you mean. It's lovely to wear a rainbow pin or something, but it's important to know about the struggles that sort of the people have gone through in the history of Pride.
Definitely.
It's important to know about that because at the end of the day, isn't that what everything is all about?
Yeah.
What's the point in having a history book if you don't read it? Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely. But yeah, not really bullshit. Something that's
good shit.
Yeah,
it's good shit.
Good shit. That's what it is.
Good shit. That's what
it's
it
good
is.
Shit. Something that means a lot to me and
Yeah.
millions of others. I'm sure it means a lot to Lewis as well.
Definitely, yeah.
And
I've got my Pan Pride bracelet on. Oh no, I don't. Oh, it's on my desk. I've got my Pan Pride bracelet on my desk, not on my wrist. But I do have it.
I need to get some. I have a pin here that I'll pull. I'll put it in the Patreon thing. It's a pin of the Pride flag with
oh, that's cute.
With Vladimir Putin on it, and he's got makeup and that. It's actually quite fucking creepy now that I'm looking at it, but it's pretty.
That reminds me of I think it was a thing that they did off the waters of, I want to say Sweden. It was a sort of northern European country, but they were sort of fed up with Russian submarines coming into their waters.
Uh-huh.
So they put these big neon signs into the water that said in Russian, "If you come past this point, you are gay." And it was like little neon outlines of like the village people, like the policemen and all that sort of stuff. And they were like, you know how neon signs are like sort of animated, and it was like these men like thrusting their hips and everything, and the Russian submariners wouldn't come beyond the signs. And I just thought that was fantastic. It's such a stupid way to do that, but I love it. It's brilliant.
That's hilarious.
We've got Pride pins in the other room. This is an extremely nerdy thing, but I've seen these keycaps that I really like, that are like because I have a mechanical keyboard. It's why it sounds like a nightmare horse with a million hooves. But yeah, so I've seen these keycaps that are like different sort of rainbow colours, and I really like that. So I might be getting them sometime. Problem is, I'm poor, but eventually I will invest. I'm sure.
Yeah, excellent.
There's another. Since we've had some good shit, I think I'd like to have a little bit of bullshit.
Okay.
Which is something I've seen. I've seen two things on Twitter in the last sort of week or two that really sort of got my goat up a bit.
Right.
There was a study done. Well, I say a study. I think it was like asking people in the street, basically, do you think you could beat Serena Williams at tennis?
Oh my God.
And they asked, they sort of separated their sort of findings up. So it was like, oh, this is what men said, this is what... So, as a study does, they separated it up into different demographics. And of course, let's be realistic, nobody could beat Serena Williams at tennis.
No.
That's why she's the best in the world.
Yeah!
She's won about 100 million tennis competitions, and she's routinely ranked the number one tennis player ever. So, but something insane, 8 out of 10 men that they interviewed said, yeah, I reckon I could beat Serena Williams at tennis. How insane is that? I feel like if I stepped out onto a tennis court, to try and play tennis against I was going to say Serena Williams. Serena Williams. I think there's a fighting chance she would serve a tennis ball at me and it would just go straight through my skull, killing me instantly.
It would be it would be like the Wii Sports tennis where you hold in A and B and you smack it and it has that that wind thing where it goes so fast and you're not fucking ready for it. Whoa!
It would be like that, yeah. And what was the other one I saw? It was that was it. I was because of course recently Meghan Markle and Prince Harry have had their baby, which is lovely, obviously.
Uh-huh.
But I out of sort of masochistic curiosity, I went onto Piers Morgan's Twitter to see what he had to say about it. A human piece of shit dressed up as a man, but he had something suitably horrific to say about it, naturally. But I sort of scrolled a bit further down his Twitter feed. Do you know who Nicola Adams is?
No, I don't.
She is an Olympic boxer. She was on Strictly. She's won like gold at the Olympics, I think twice or three times. She's incredibly decorated as boxers go.
Uh-huh.
And she tweeted out a while ago. It was something, I forget the exact wording of the tweet, but it was, what celebrity would you like to see me have a boxing match with? I know you all want it to be Piers Morgan, but it would have to be a female. Because it's female boxing and all this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And Piers Morgan retweeted that and said, I fancy my chances, bring it on. I'm like, I'm sorry,
my God.
what? Nicola Adams, gold medal winning boxer? Oh, Christ.
Please, can we make that a reality?
Yes, I would pay money to see Nicola Adams put her fist through Piers Morgan's skull. I would be willing to pay money to see that.
Oh, God. Do you know, Piers Morgan makes a living of calling people snowflakes when he is the biggest man-child I think I've ever seen in my fucking life. Oh my God, what a piece of shit.
I've seen that headline recently. Snowflake students claim that Frankenstein's monster is actually misunderstood and is the victim. Well, that's the book.
Yeah, that's the whole point. It's complicated. There's a bit of nuance.
The book literally opens with a quote that says, "I did not ask to be born."
Yeah.
So that's the entire point of the book.
Yeah.
Oh, it's insanity.
Piers Morgan, they're a bunch of snowflakes, and then a Scottish MSP comes on the show and says, Churchill was a bit of a racist, actually. And Piers Morgan's like, what? He single-handedly, with his six-pack out, saved this country from the Nazis. It's just, oh my God, Jesus Christ.
There's it's a depressing thing you see in reality. It's really weird. The city Cincinnati?
Yeah.
That is named after a Roman emperor who I believe was called Cincinnatus. And he essentially was sort of heralded at the time as being a key figure in the founding of Rome, or a key figure in these various military battles.
Yeah.
And as time went on, the point was that people that sort of studied Roman history sort of viewed him as more and more of a messiah in this weird, terrifying way.
Yeah.
And so to the point where, we're founding this glorious new country, America. What should we name this fantastic city? We'll name it after that Roman emperor that single-handedly did some amazing things.
Yeah.
Cincinnati. And it's sort of terrifying to see that keep happening again and again. For example, George Washington did not single-handedly found America.
No, he didn't.
There was a lot of people there. There's that painting, isn't there, of all the founding fathers at the signing of the Declaration of Independence, and it's like, well, not only did George Washington not just do it on his own, he also was a piece of shit. I'm pretty sure he had slaves,
yeah,
and if he didn't, then at least some of the other founding fathers did. So why are we worshipping George Washington? And then that extends to Churchill. Why are we worshipping Churchill as if he's this god?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
He led Britain in fighting off the Nazis. Yeah, he did do that. That's something that he did. But he also called the people of India a beastly people with a beastly religion.
He had like a particular hatred for people from India.
Yeah, he engineered famines and allowed thousands to die. He's not. That's just abhorrent, unforgivable shit. It's like, God forbid we look at historical figures with nuance and that they were complicated and morally flawed people.
Yeah, God forbid.
Rather than just, he was perfect. in every way, and he was a hero,
Yeah.
and that's it. And wear your poppy and shut the fuck up. Like, it's so strange. It's this obsession with it's coupled with our obsession with hero stories and big strong men coming in to save the day. It's so fucking strange, you know.
It is incredibly strange. It's incredibly horrific, really.
Yeah.
But I think somehow we've managed to tie those two things together to let's view things with a critical eye and let's learn about history.
Yeah.
I'm not sure quite how we've managed that because we're just two fuckwits. But like somehow we've done it.
Definitely.
And that thing I saw online about how many people could beat Serena Williams at tennis, that reminded me of another thing I saw, which was they asked a load of men, what animals do you think you could beat in a fight?
Uh-huh.
And it was, I remember I saw this study and I was like, oh, what animals could I beat in a fight?
A blue whale.
Maybe... yeah, maybe I could have a punch up with a blue whale. Maybe. But yeah, I remember thinking, oh, maybe I could fight like a little rat. Maybe I'd win against a rat, but not a really big rat.
No.
And then I looked at this study, and it was people that genuinely believed that they could beat an elephant in a fight.
Oh my god.
It's like, what?
Are you joking?
Insanity? No, I'm not joking. I'll try and find the thing.
You get trampled to death instantly. I mean, we're just talking a fist fight, you know. I'm not allowed to have a gun or something. It's literally just.
Fight, yeah.
Oh Jesus!
Here we go. I found it. It's 45% of Britons. Oh, here we go. Yeah, 45% of Britons think they could beat a goose in a fight, which is like the headline, I think, here.
Right. I mean,
I can't find the sample size or anything, so we're gonna have to take this with a bit of a pinch of salt.
I've never seen a goose up close, so like I couldn't. I imagine I could probably give it a...
I have seen geese. I don't think I could beat a... Well, I mean...
I could probably give it a run for its money. I don't think it would beat me up, but I think
it'd be a bit of a... I think it'd be a bit of a stalemate, weirdly.
Yeah.
Because geese... I feel like geese are sort of genetically programmed to feel no fear, because they're the biggest waterfowl on a lake.
Yeah.
So they're not scared of anything. So if you try and punch a goose, it will just try and bite you and twat you with its wings and stuff. Right, here we go. Which of the following animals, if any, do you think you could beat in a fight if you were unarmed? And this is 2,082 British adults. And they've separated the results up on this graph. So there's a little blue dot for women and a little purple dot for men. So for example, rat... 57% of women said they could beat a rat in a fight. 77% of men said they could beat a rat in a fight. Do you reckon you could beat a rat in a fight?
I think so. Eventually, like I would be.
I think it'd be it'd be attrition. I don't think I could. Yeah,
I'd be scared shitless. Like, I would be like, oh my god, get the, I'd like kick it and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think over time with like attrition, I could slowly beat a rat. Maybe just because it will get tired because it's only little, and then I can just chuck it out a window or something. But like,
yeah, but
I don't think I could actually.
There are some pretty big fucking rats. I tell you that. There's rats that are like the size of cats. You know, I wouldn't fare my chances with something like that. You know.
The numbers are pretty much the same for a house cat: 58 women, 75 men. Oh, sorry, this is percent. Sorry,
cats.
House cat.
I tell you something. See cats.
I've had a fight with Monica, and I did get her in a crate. I wasn't trying to beat her up, but like she was trying to beat me up.
If we're like talking like to the death here, like, let's say that.
Yeah, all right.
To the death. Cats are so fucking quick. I tell you that they're so.
Cats are incredibly quick.
They can bounce off walls and let's scratch your eyes out before you've had a chance to put your fists up. They're so quick and so vicious, you know. So I mean, I think. In the end, you'd probably win, but you'd probably lose some stuff along the way.
Yeah, I think, yeah, probably. Going down the list, it's sort of, the next one is goose. 32% of women think they could beat a goose in a fight, 58% of men. Geese are vicious little fuckers. Chloe got bitten by a goose once when she was a kid.
Oh my god.
She was trying to feed a goose a bit of bread and it, like, bit her fingers. Yeah. I don't know if I would be able to beat a goose in a fight. I think, stalemate leading to an eventual slow victory in which I'm down an eye or something. Maybe. Yeah. A medium-sized dog. 23% of women, 54% of men. Medium-sized dog.
What's a... Like, I could beat a border terrier.
Yeah, they're only little.
Like, easily, they're tiny.
Dog. An Australian Shepherd, border collie. So quite big, really. I'm trying to... Yeah.
It would take a lot of strength.
Springer Spaniel. I have a relative that has a Springer Spaniel, so Penny the dog is just below knee height, about knee height. She's very quick.
Yeah.
Because I think Springer Spaniels are like hunting dogs. I think you shoot a goose out the sky and then they go and bring it to you. I think that's what they were bred for.
Yeah.
Well,
I know.
I don't know. I
know a man.
Dog teeth are very intense, aren't they?
Yeah, I know a man that has 2 wolf likes that I would be skeptical of beating, because one's like a big softie and she'll scratch you, but only because she's jumping up to try and
to try and love you.
Yeah. Whereas the boy, he's a big fucking scary fucker. I'll tell you that. He's like he's like that. He's not a. Don't put your hands near him.
Large dog, 6% of women and 20% of men think they could beat a large dog in a fight. Think of all the men you know. Are there 1 in 5 of them that could beat up one of those dogs? You know what I mean?
I think Ian could beat up a dog.
Ian's physically massive, though.
Yeah,
he's really tall and he's really broad. So he's got the weight and size advantage.
He's not even that tall. Like he's like a couple inches taller than me. But he's a big, he's a big lad. He's got big arms.
So if you can name 4 other men that could not beat a dog, then you're set.
Me. But how? I want to know how many. What's the largest one? Is it the elephant?
The largest animal on the list is in terms of physical size, it's the elephant.
Right.
Which is 1% of women think they could beat an elephant, 3% of men.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I could not.
A full-sized, fully grown elephant. Are you taking even a baby elephant would give you a run for its money? You know what I mean?
Yeah, a baby elephant would charge you, and I think it's just because it's dense. Elephants are big and dense. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, they're so
They've
huge.
just got a lot of weight to throw around. And big bull elephants, they weigh like 10 tons or something insane. You could not beat a bull elephant, could you?
And they're faster than you would expect.
Yeah, I mean they gallop like a horse sometimes.
Yeah,
Gorilla is at the bottom of this list.
Gorilla.
1% of women, 2% of men.
A gorilla. Are you taking the piss?
I could not. Yeah, I could not beat a gorilla in a fight. No.
So not only
basically just
Not only do gorillas have the strength of 10 men, they have the ability to grip things. So
they have opposable thumbs. And big fucking teeth.
And are so fast. You're not able to dance around them like you maybe would an elephant until it gets tired out. A gorilla would run at you, pick you up, and break you in half.
It would.
Fucking huge big bastards,
Ooh, Americans are apparently more likely than Britons to rate their beast-beating skills. Okay, this is the same graph again, but Americans rank slightly higher across the board.
So Americans
reckon they can beat animals.
Right, yeah, that's surprising.
Yeah, they reckon they could beat more animals.
That's that American exceptionalism. Yeah, I could beat a gorilla.
Oh, for God's
sake. Sorry, sir, this is a Wendy's.
So is that cash or card, sir?
Oh man. Jeez, is that enough bullshit for you?
That's pretty much it. Yeah, there's one here that is statistically bizarre. A kangaroo. 2% of women think they could beat a kangaroo in a fight. 9% of men think they could beat a kangaroo in a fight.
Well,
I 100% do not believe I could beat a kangaroo in a fight. There are so many ways that a kangaroo can kill you.
What?
Have you seen the size of a kangaroo? They're fucking massive.
Yeah. I mean, have you ever seen that video where a kangaroo had a hold of a guy's dog?
No.
Well, it's really quite extraordinary. This kangaroo has got this dog in a headlock, and it's it must be in Australia or something like that. And this man just is hey, and runs over to it, and the kangaroo lets go of the dog in order to fight this guy, and he fucking punches the kangaroo in the face. And it's it doesn't fall or anything. It just doesn't move, and it looks as if it's stunned. And the guy just walks away with his dog, like some sort of Crocodile Dundee badass. It's so weird. The kangaroo's just stunned. Oh
God,
holy shit! You just punched me in the fucking face. I mean, it's so strange. But no, I don't think
kangaroos obviously they box to assert dominance and stuff.
Yeah.
So they're evolved to be incredibly good boxers.
Have you seen a kangaroo's muscles? Jesus.
Yeah, they're just all muscle. Plus, they do this thing, which I've only learned about recently, which is fucking horrifying. When they are tired and they don't want to just chase down prey and catch it, they will go and sit in like a little lake to try and tempt animals in. And then using their hands, they will hold the animal underwater to drown it.
Oh my...
I can imagine a kangaroo killing me that way. Do you know what I mean? They're clever little fuckers.
Yeah, they definitely
clever
are.
big fuckers, yeah.
Clever. They just remind me of unreasonable men at the gym. You know, these big fucking beefcakes that are just like, you want to fight, bro? Like that.
There's this, I think it's Rochon Connerty. Let me Google it. Yeah, Rochon Connerty. She did this stand-up bit where she was saying those men that like go to the gym and their arms do not actually touch their sides because their back and arm muscles are sufficiently big. She did this whole bit about like, can you imagine waking up in the morning as one of those guys looking in the mirror, be like, oh, my arms are nearly touching my sides, and then runs down to the gym and quickly just works his arms out. Oh god,
that's funny.
So yeah, I probably could not beat any animal in a fight.
No.
I do not rate my chances. Even a badger, they're little, but I reckon a badger could kill me.
Oh, they're wiry little fuckers, aren't they?
Yeah, big old teeth,
Yeah.
claws, because they're burrowing creatures, so they've got sharp ass claws.
Yep. I think in the end you'd probably
This is just
win.
which animals could kill me.
Yeah, I think in the end you would win, but you'd need to like give it a fair amount of energy.
Well, that's the only reason humans are like at the top of the evolutionary chain, is because animals generally are either like sprinting animals or slow animals. So like a cheetah or something that like seeks out an antelope and then sprints after it, but it can only sprint for 10 seconds and then it can't do anything else for the rest of the day. Or elephants that just will walk incredibly slowly but will just not stop walking ever. They will just keep going. And humans are like kind of in the middle. Like you can power walk pretty much indefinitely, which means that like essentially you can just out-endure any animal that you're trying to beat up.
Yeah, true.
Still don't think I could beat up an elephant though. So you know,
I mean, we can also make things and have the intelligence to outwit things as well.
Could you lure a kangaroo into a trap? Could you make I don't know, chuck a rock at its head or something? I don't know.
Yeah, I could hide, dig a hole, and then fucking shoulder rush the fucker into it. You know? I mean, I don't know if I could be able to push it, and it would probably hear me coming.
Yeah, I reckon they're big, heavy things. Let's see how heavy a kangaroo is.
Sorry, we might be talking about Family Guy, and we're just...
Shut up, how heavy is a kangaroo? There's different breeds of kangaroo.
We can't go...
The lightest one appears to be like some kind of mini kangaroo that only weighs 1 kilo. The biggest one is 66 kilos, which is a skinny man. I weigh about 100 kilos. Yeah, a skinny man.
That's not that heavy.
No, I suppose not.
You could probably...
It's a wiry man, yeah.
Definitely push that in a hole.
Bear in mind those massive legs they've got, though.
Yeah,
you might try and push it, and it just pushes you into the sun. Do you know what I mean?
It would hear me coming, and then it would turn around and sock me in the face, and I'd be down like a light, you know? But there you go.
Okay, Family Guy.
Yeah. Thank you for listening to our insecurities about whether animals could beat us up or not.
Oh god, there are so many animals that would beat me up. It's not even a joke at this point. It's just reality. Monica has beaten me up in the past when I've been trying to get her to the vet. Monica, I'm trying to make sure you don't get any kind of horrific illnesses. Fuck off.
Do you want to die? But anyway, this week we are talking about Family Guy. 2 specific episodes, and Family Guy was created by Seth MacFarlane and is starring Seth MacFarlane, Mila Kunis, Seth Green, Alex Borstein, Mike Henry, Patrick Warburton, and other people as well.
Yeah. Did you know Alex Borstein is in Friends?
Yes, only
very briefly, yeah.
The poetry slam thing.
Yeah. Why does nobody like me?
Yeah.
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 That's Alex Borstein. How cool is that?
That is pretty cool. Do you have an opening statement?
I do. I mean, yeah, we have 2 episodes that we've both picked. I think we're just going to sort of mush them together and pretend. Because what have we picked? We've picked Road to the Multiverse. That's your favourite episode.
Yeah.
And I've picked And Then There Were Fewer, which is the James Woods is killing everybody in his mansion. Ooh, but he's not really.
Yeah.
It's that episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing I like about Family Guy is it's straightforward comedy in increasingly absurd situations.
Yeah.
I think the thing that differentiates it from a lot of comedy is that it... What's the word I'm looking for? It relies on comedy that you wouldn't be expecting. Does that make sense in any reasonable way?
Yeah.
Like, for example, there's something... What makes a pun funny is different to what makes physical comedy funny. And I think Family Guy knows that subverting your expectation by picking a different style of comedy is in itself a funny thing. And I think that's a unique skill.
Mm-hmm.
And don't get me wrong, obviously there are stupid episodes, and obviously there are episodes that aren't as good as the others. But I think by and large, it does do some funny things. You know what I mean?
I agree. A controversial animated show that is really a hit or a miss. Sometimes it can be very funny, and at other times it can be rather lazy with its comedy, but in large, I do enjoy it.
Yeah, I mean, as you say, it can be lazy, it can be a bit... I mean, it's the way with a lot of, like, American network TV shows. You're making 30 episodes per season, not all of them are going to be good.
Yeah,
Do you know what
definitely.
I mean? It's just the way of it. It's like watching TNG. Not all of them are good.
No.
Because they've had to make, like, 28 episodes per season for 8 seasons.
Yeah.
There's only so much Star Trek you can write.
Exactly.
I
mean, my favourite episode, there's some lazy stuff in it, you know? Which we'll get to. So will we start with it and then there were fewer?
Yeah, sure thing.
Okay.
I love a good murder mystery, and there are loads of stupid jokes in this. It's great.
Yes. Creepy room questions?
Yes. Why would anybody have a house like that? It's utterly ridiculous. Because, I mean, this is another one of my notes. It fits into the sort of New England aesthetic of, like, really harsh coastline, forested, and it's this really ornately beautiful house. Yeah, but also, why would any sane person build a house on a cliff? Because in 10 years' time, that house will be in the sea.
Yeah.
It's just a terrible idea.
No, I completely agree. I wonder how much of the budget was spent on filming the house as they drove in, because they don't normally do dynamic shots like that.
No, because this was the first episode that they went from normal to widescreen.
Yeah.
So I think they sort of were, trying to show off a bit. There's a bit right at the start that it gets Chloe every time we watch it when they're driving into the house and they see the top of the house just over the top of the trees, and then they keep driving, and then the house is revealed through the trees. But the physics of it don't make very much sense because the where the top of the house is, it would be the house would have to be a lot closer for the top of the house to be there compared to where it actually is when they round a corner and it's there, sort of thing.
Yep.
So yeah, like you say, there are some lazy bits and bobs, but there are also really stupid jokes that I like. Like the cat comes out the attic and it's Patrick Stewart. It's dumb, but I really like it.
Yeah, I really like how the bear, what's his name?
Oh, hi, Carl.
Yeah, ends up being just racist.
Yeah, because it's yeah.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. What the fuck?
Because it's so absurd, but it's also... It's absurd in a way that makes sense, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because you can see, Carl is kind of a loner. He lives a very isolated life. You can see him being the kind of person that has a lot of prejudices.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
It kind of fits that an imaginary character he'd make up would have prejudices, and he'd be like, yeah, that's all right. Do you know what I mean?
It's funny that this show sort of portrays James Woods as a piece of shit, because in real life, he is actually a piece of shit.
Oh, it's kind of, I mean, yeah, but it's kind of good-spirited of him to do a show that actively broadcasts that.
Yeah, I mean, spouting numerous conspiracy theories, just he's a dick. He's a fucking dick. And there's no getting out. But that's what I like about this show. It's like it's like it's weird because it's not. I don't really... When comedies get celebrities in, it's normally... Maybe they'll have a little bit of a jab, but it's normally like, oh my god, it's The Rock in Wizards of Waverly Place. What are you doing here? It's weird, but rarely do shows that have actual celebrities in it where they actually are portrayed as horrible narcissists, So I can appreciate that sort of comedy. But I really like how all the characters react with each other, and Peter references that. He's like, "Yeah, we don't really see you together. That could be funny."
Yeah, it's like the first time that Carter and Doctor, what's his name?
Fuck.
I keep wanting to say Dr. Harper, but that's not his name.
Hartman, Dr.
Hartman, that's it.
Yep.
When they first come on screen together, and they have the same voice, because they're both voiced by Seth MacFarlane, and
Yep.
they both say, well, I guess there's only so many voices out there in the world. There's only so many voices Seth MacFarlane can do. Do you know what I mean?
Yep, definitely. I think I'll ask you a question, then I'll say, who is your favourite character in Family Guy?
I have a bit of a soft spot for Seamus. I'm not going to lie to you, because he's such a tertiary character, but everything I see him in, it always makes me laugh, and things like, he's not made of wood, honey. No one is, and it just cuts to Seamus, just like sort of grimaces.
He's so fucking, he's raging. He's like, I think mine has to be Mayor West.
Oh, I love Mayor West. Yeah.
Just like
spaghetti hat.
So, do you like to party? And they're like, no, we don't. Oh, a couple of squares, I tell you. Like, it's not even a funny line. It's just his delivery of it that just, sells it.
Yeah, you're right. What did you think of the episode where it sort of is revealed that Mayor West might actually be a murderous psychopath? And he's just he's affecting the behaviour to appear sort of weird and kooky, so that then when he is covered in blood, he's like, oh, it's strawberry jam. And it was like, oh, good old Mayor West.
Yep. No, I like that. At Brian's funeral, when he's like, nobody ever came to my funeral, and then like just disappears. What the fuck? It's absurdist stuff like that just makes it.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
The absurdist humour is what I really watch Family Guy for.
Yeah.
And American Dad too. American Dad, I think, does the absurdism a little better in a strange way.
Yeah.
American Dad does the absurdism a bit better. Like, well, if it ain't an alien in a wig, and it's just, it really hits the nail on the head, sort of thing. But yeah, I do love it in Family Guy as well.
Yeah, it's like they all sort of let American Dad, the Cleveland Show, and like Family Guy all like circulate around each other. Like in the Star Wars parody, like Stewie arrives on the Death Star as Darth Vader, and like Roger shows up, and he's like, yes. Oh, Lord Vader, we have got this thing with the Death Star. It's like, wait, that's it? We're already out of our own characters? Like,
thanks for having me.
Bye.
The episode where they go to Springfield, and interact with the Simpsons, and Roger's just there on the alien spaceship.
Yeah, he's like, perfect. The Earthlings are destroying themselves. Yeah, it's really great, isn't it, guys? We went to summer camp together. What the fuck?
Oh, for God's sake!
No, it's really good. I think I really like comedies where all the characters are like flawed arseholes.
Yeah, you're a big fan of It's Always Sunny, aren't you?
Yeah, that show is like, we need to do it. You need to watch it, Lewis. It's so good. But like there's not. Meg is probably like one of the only characters that's actually decent. But even then, she can be like really horrible through like
Yeah.
I just like comedy like that because it doesn't Like with Friends, that show was pretending that these people were nice. Like,
yeah, but they're all kind of cunts.
Yeah. Absolutely. So
I've had many a rant on the show about how Ross Geller is a human piece of shit. But like, yeah, it really is.
No, definitely. But any other notes for this one?
Nothing springs to mind. I just really like this episode. It's just really good. Do you know what I mean? It's like, not only is it also an interesting murder mystery, it's also funny. Now, Peter, we've been married for 20 years. Please recognize when I'm acting out of the ordinary. We've been married for 14 years. Why the hell she called me Pete? And he just walks away, goes and sits in the car.
Bye!
It's just, bye!
Why wasn't Cleveland in this episode?
I think, was the Cleveland show going on at the time?
Maybe.
I genuinely don't know.
Maybe. I love how, because it didn't do too well, they come back and then like they just take the piss out of Cleveland like any chance that they get. It's like it's so cruel. It's like welcome back. Why did Diane not kill the younger newscaster rather than let?
That would have been a much easier way of doing it, wouldn't it?
It's simple.
Yeah. Well, I suppose the thing is that if she'd have killed the younger newscaster, they would have just found another younger newscaster, and so she would have had to keep killing newscasters.
Yeah, but doesn't she still have her job? Like just because like Tom has like been arrested.
That's true, but I suppose maybe they want an old hand at the wheel as well as a younger new person. So she's trying to kill Tom so that she becomes the old hand at the wheel.
Yeah, maybe that makes sense. What's wrong with Adrian Brody?
Adrian Brody? What? Oh, Adrian Brody.
Yeah.
I thought you said Hadrian.
No.
That old Roman emperor. Nothing, I don't think.
Yeah, they say, well, we're going to make the film based on this. We're going to make Adrian Brody play you. And then Tom Tucker's like, yeah, that's if you don't want anyone to see it. It's like, what? Adrian Brody's a great actor. Like, you know, the pianist.
He is a skilled actor,
like,
yeah.
What the fuck? Oh, well.
Yeah, no, you're right. I haven't seen very many of his movies, but everything I have seen him in, I've always thought, oh yeah, he was good.
Yeah, well, there you go. But that's me out of notes.
I think that might also be me out of notes.
Right.
I will skin this dog in your honour. No, please don't.
I don't believe you. You are a god.
Go on, let's talk about Into the Multiverse.
Yes, Road to the Multiverse.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got to say, the reason that I think like the interaction between Brian and Stewie is the best part of like the entire show for me. Like if they did more of that, like this episode was so much fun. Like just them two going about and like just like reacting to different things. And again with like the absurdist sort of humour, and it all starts because like Stewie has like got a pig from like another dimension.
Oink.
Oink. Oh my god.
Yeah, because it's such you're right about the absurdism, because it's such a stupid reason. It's such a stupid way to start an episode. Is like, oh, Stewie wanted to win a pig breeding competition.
Yeah.
Why? Why was that his choice of things to do? Why has he not got anything else to do?
Yep, definitely. The Japanese style universe is actually quite lazy.
Yeah, it is a bit lazy, isn't it?
Really
it's
weird.
Yeah. One of my most frustrating things from sort of early 2000s media is when the joke in a thing is, oh well, Japan is weird sometimes. Japan do weird things.
Yeah.
It's like, well, what? Just because you're not from Japan and therefore the things are weird to you, they are just things. Everything is just a thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like difference being if I'm going to be honest. I'm completely ignorant of like many like Japanese customs, and bearing in mind this is like Japanese customs based on like when it was when Japan's democracy was like eroded by
feudal Japan.
Yeah, when it was like eroded by like fascism. It's like I've no idea what that was like. So it's like, but it just seems like a vaguely sort of racist stereotype of like Japanese people being obsessed with like honor and being incredibly monotonous. It's just really strange, and that's the joke. Maybe if the joke was, this is how people view Japanese people, and how ignorant Americans are, or like people in the West are.
Yeah.
Like, that could have been funny.
Yeah,
but it's literally
exactly.
just
if the
that.
Joke could have been, if the joke could have been, this is how people in the West view Japanese people, and then they shot them and it's like, oh, okay, the Americans from next door are no longer looking. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then they just are just doing stuff that you do. I'm kind of hungry. I'm gonna go make a sandwich.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It would be a funnier joke, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
And significantly less offensive.
Yeah, exactly. Family Guy is quite controversial, but sometimes like they hit the nail on the head, like with the history of like anti-Semitism at Disney.
Yeah, Walt Disney was very known to be sort of
yeah,
wasn't he? Yeah,
and it's like only Family Guy could have like it's Seth MacFarlane, so you're gonna have a fucking musical number in there somewhere. Do you know what I mean?
I sort of like the musical.
I
numbers,
do.
though. I think it brings the ridiculousness of it together.
Yeah, and he's a good singer.
He is a really good singer. Yeah, he's released albums.
Has he?
Yeah, it's like on Spotify. He does a lot of like crooner type music, like Sinatra and Dean Martin. And
yeah, that's his style, isn't it? But to sort of have immediately afterwards an incredibly dark, because there's what was the animation that Disney released? It was like the Three Little Pigs, and the wolf is portrayed as like a very anti-Semitic stereotype.
Oh, I'm unaware of this.
Yeah, that's one of the things.
Sounds believable.
Oh yeah, it's really bad, and it's that kind of animation style. The sort of classic.
Classic Disney, like Snow White and Sleeping Beauty.
Yes, and it's really unsettling when they do it like that. But it's like, Family Guy criticising that and like pointing that out. It makes you feel very uncomfortable. But like,
yes, yeah.
But I think that companies that have histories like that deserve to feel uncomfortable.
Yes, completely. Yeah, it's not right that you can just erase the horrible things that you've done in your past.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Own up to them, deal with it.
Definitely. What else? Dog news. There isn't human news, Seth. Like what?
Well, yeah, good point. But maybe, yeah.
I hate when TV shows do that, when they're like alien news. Like it's funny in Rick and Morty. It's like, and now you're listening to Earth Radio. Here's human music. Like, I mean,
yeah, the joke is because aliens are making it.
Yeah, but like dog news, it's like, why are they referring to themselves as like, yes, welcome to. I suppose you get like Scottish news and English news, but not like the species that you are.
Maybe you get human interest as a segment, but even then they wouldn't say, "Oh, here's the human interest segment."
Yeah, true.
They would just say, "Oh, and here's a lovely thing that happened in Wiltshire or whatever." Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Speaking of Rick and Morty, did they just copy Rick and Morty? Because when was this released? Like when did?
Oh crikey! I don't know. Road to the Multiverse.
Because they did time travel in that before, but they've never.
Road to the Multiverse was 2009.
2009.
Yeah.
Oh well, I guess they didn't.
Yeah. Did the Rick and Morty guys copy? Yeah, Rick and Morty was 2013 that came out.
Oh my god.
We've uncovered a conspiracy.
Rick and Morty are dirty, thieving lowlifes. What I want to see is Rick and Stewie interact. I want to see that.
I think that would probably be less entertaining than you think.
Probably.
I think Rick wouldn't care. He'd maybe have a brief spike of interest of like, oh, so you're just a baby that's hyper intelligent? So why can't everybody understand you? And then he would just like, oh, well, I guess that's just another weird quirk of the universe. Then he'd go back to heavy drinking.
Yeah, Stewie.
Maybe Stewie would become an alcoholic.
Yeah, Stewie.
Maybe Stewie would view him as like an archetype. Sorry, go on.
Stewie would probably lust after him in some way. What age is Stewie? Is he like 1?
1.
Like what the fuck?
I like that. That it's they break up the Stewie is incredibly clever with the Stewie is a baby joke.
Yeah.
Like Stewie, look down at your when Brian's trying to figure out which is Stewie and which is clone Stewie, and it says Brian, look down, Stewie, look down at your feet, and one of them looks down at his feet and goes, "What? They're just feet." The other one goes, "Oh, what are they doing down there? What are those little guys doing? Look at all those toes."
Yeah, and he's like,
and it's just,
"Oh my god,
yeah.
They're like leg hands."
Yeah, and is this an METHLAB? Yes, I think they were using it to make DRUGS. What are they talking about? I've got to crack this code.
Yeah, definitely. I like when they do like obscure humour of like very sort of trivial things, like when Brian pretends to know what the multiverse theory is. And he's like, other dimension.
No, don't
yeah.
No,
don't do that. Don't repeat the last 2 words of what I said as if you have any understanding of what I say. You have no idea what I'm talking about. That's because people do that and they're like, yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. It's like, no, you don't, you fucking liar.
Yeah. It's the kind of thing where you can imagine that Seth MacFarlane, that happened to him. Like when he was getting a coffee that morning.
Absolutely.
He was like, I'm going to write that into today's Family Guy episode.
Yeah, definitely. What's your favourite alternate dimension in this episode?
That's a tough one. I'd have to argue the one where it's like there was no Dark Ages. Everything is just really technologically advanced. Just because I'd like to live in that world.
Yeah.
I'd like to be in a world where I can just like, oh yeah, everything is cured with a quick pill or whatever. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I wouldn't like to go to the Sistine Chapel and see like the deranged pictures of John
I'd like
Hinckley.
to avoid that.
I like the one with the compliment guy.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
I like your shirt.
Thanks! Oh, this was nice.
But it's just a universe with that one guy in it.
Yeah.
That'd get terrifying very quickly.
Yeah, he just wouldn't stop, would he? He'd just continue complimenting you and you're losing your mind.
You'd slowly lose your mind. But how do I get out of here? You're so clever! What?
What does he eat? Does he not need food?
Ooh, maybe he like photosynthesizes from the white light of all around him, sort of thing.
Maybe.
Oh, this is the universe of misleading portraiture. Oh god.
Oh look, it's a compliment guy. Oh, they got both of us. I'm just trying. It's Family Guy. It's all about little things, you know. Or remember when that happened. Or remember when that, you know. It's like you can't think of it as like a big. It really is a show of sketches, really.
Yeah, I think it's there are good things. I think as much as Family Guy is, like you say, a show of silly sketches, there are also good things in it. Like there's that episode where the 4 guys get sent to prison down south, and then they have to sort of escape to Quahog. And there's bits and bobs where Joe is like, because you're a police officer, you have a duty to be more ethically upstanding than the average man.
Yeah.
And they do say interesting things like that occasionally. Very, very occasionally.
Yeah, definitely.
But they do say interesting things like that. It's just ever such a... Like you say, it's a sketch show. Like Monty Python's Flying Circus or something. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's just, it's just animated. It's...
Is it?
Oh my god! Sometimes they try and make it serious and then they just undercut it like immediately, which makes it like, if that's your thing then fine, but like there's one episode that I hate this episode so much. It's that when Brian takes mushrooms and has that weird dream thing.
I sort of know what you're talking. I remember the bit where like I remember Brian trying to find the mushrooms and finding them under a floorboard. I don't remember the episode very well.
Yeah. But like Meg stands up to the family at last.
Yes, that's it, yeah.
And utterly eviscerates them. And then at the end of they come to the conclusion, oh yeah, Meg has to be the one that they sort of put all their stuff on. And it's like, they tried to use that as a sort of, an emotional point in the show, and then Stewie just comes to the camera and is like, "Hi, I'm Stewie Griffin. This episode was about drug use. If you need drugs, go to the guy at your library round the back and he'll get you some." It's stuff like that. It just completely ruins it,
Yeah, it undercuts it too much. Yeah.
I won't spoil it for you, right? But
okay.
if you ever get to watch it, there's an episode in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, where every other episode has been about these horrible, horrible people. But there is one episode, and only one episode, where there is a beautiful, satisfying resolution. And it's so touching.
Is that the one about the bathrooms that I think we watched together?
The bathrooms?
Yeah, where like they're talking about having gender-neutral bathrooms.
Oh no, not that. No.
Each other's bathrooms. No?
Oh, it's so much better than that. It's like it makes you cry. The episode, it's like really, really emotional.
Oh, that's nice.
But like, it's never happened again, and I wouldn't want it to happen again.
Yeah.
But it's something that meant a lot to the creator of the show, and it stays there, and that's what it is. And then they can be horrible people with this new bit of character development. But like, if they're going to do something like that, then fine. But like, just like even at the end of this episode, Human Brian, who just look at
he just gets hit by a truck.
Look at him go! Oh my god, he got hit by a car. The irony being that
exactly.
Yeah, it's weird. It's just it ruins it sometimes. Like I didn't laugh at that at all. It was just a tacked on added bit of like that could have been an interesting new character.
Yeah, you're right. I suppose it's you are right. It's strange that they sort of refuse to evolve in a weird way. I do know what you mean.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah.
But then, when they did try to evolve, when they killed off Brian, there was sort of uproar.
True.
And they had to bring him back a couple of episodes later.
True. But
so, yeah.
I wish they'd have just kept him dead, to be honest.
And had Vinny instead.
Well, maybe not even. Vinny was alright, but I just wish shows and films in general would stick to what they want to do rather than just backtracking it. Have some, for lack of a better term, balls and just stick with what you're doing. That's a phrase I don't get. Oh, he's got
right.
He's got balls. It's like, you come anywhere near my balls and I'm fucked. It's like, the most sensitive things. You flick them and I'm like, oh my god. It's not.
Yeah, it is that stomachache that makes you want to throw up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so strange. But yeah, that's my. I'm out of notes for that episode.
Yes, I am also out of notes. I think we are both out of notes.
Yes, we are.
Have we got a closing statement of some type?
Yes. Brian, would you like some Cool Whip? What? Why are you saying it like that? Well, I'm just saying Cool Whip. No, you're putting a lot of emphasis on the H. I'm just saying Cool Whip, Cool Whip. Say cool, say whip, whip. There you go. That's my closing statement. Enjoy.
Okay, good stuff. Yeah, a silly show that has good moments, but could have stronger moments if it tried. But then again, I'm not Seth MacFarlane, so what do I know?
True. But yeah, that was Family Guy.
Indeed it was. Thank you very much for listening to our episode. I think we have to do some shilling now, don't we?
We do indeed. Time to go back to the Word document.
Sorry, for a second then I was just like, I take Brain Force Plus. I don't know where that came from. I was just like, I've been watching a lot of H Bomber Guy recently because he released a new video. And
vaccines,
yeah. His old stuff. Yeah. And I don't know, that just came to me. Let's do some shilling. I take Brain Force Plus. Do you, Paul? All right.
Yeah, don't take Brain Force Plus, folks.
Yeah,
it's a massive scam.
Yeah, as essentially all right-wing media is.
Yes, true. We all have link trees. Lewis's is linktr.ee/Lewis_Brindley. Mine's is /O'Hiram, and the podcast is /Shouting Into the Void. We have a PayPal donate button, so anything you can spare, anything at all, would be greatly appreciated. We also have Patreon, and we want to take the opportunity, as we do every week, to thank our wonderful, wonderful patrons. Chloe.
Thank you.
Darius.
Thank you.
Sophie.
Thank you.
Peter.
Thank you.
Aditya.
Thank you.
Richard.
Thank you.
Natalie.
Thank you.
And Dougie.
Thank you, one and all. You're all good eggs. You keep the lights on at Void Towers, and you keep me eating Goodfellas microwavable little pizzas.
Yeah.
So thanks for that.
That's a film we need to do. Goodfellas.
Goodfellas. I thought it was a TV show until you just said it was a film.
No, it's a film.
So that's good.
Yes, thank you so much, patrons.
Yes, thank you.
We also have merch on Teespring and Redbubble. We sell tote bags, we sell jumpers, we sell stickers, we sell Brain Force Plus. No, we don't.
Oh my god,
it's a load of shit. Don't fucking buy it.
Yep.
Yeah, so go have a look, see what you like. Treat yourself, Treat yourself.
Go hog wild. Lose your mind over our fantastic merchandise.
Yeah. We are also partnered with an amazing company called Number 12 Crochet Avenue, and Lewis is going to say some wonderful things about them, all of which are true.
Number 12 Crochet Avenue is a wonderful company run by my wonderful wife in which she crochets, and she's very, very good at it. It is the reason why I have a number of beautiful blankets around my house, is because my wife is very good at making them. If you would like to learn what's new and happening and grooving, or perhaps some more modern adjectives in the current world of crochet, you can go and give her a cheeky follow. Go to @number12 Crochet Avenue and take a look. See what's going on over there. Give it a cheeky look and a follow and all that good stuff.
Absolutely. Well,
I think that's it. We've spoken about Family Guy, and now we're here, and I'm hungry.
Yes. So before we go, I think it's time to decide what we're doing next week.
Yes, spin the wheel.
I will. Alien.
Ooh.
Oh.
It's got an alien, not a ghost, in case you were confused by our ooze.
Yeah. Alien is one of my favourite films of all time.
It is it's a banger.
Yes.
I believe is the modern word.
Absolutely. And I can't wait to talk about it with the man on the other end of the mic. So
Did you just forget my name?
yeah, Sandra, is it? Or I don't know.
Yeah, that's me, Sandra.
But yeah, so we will see you, hear you, smell you. Not copy Rick and Morty. Next time. Do you see? Can you not tell how these are like running thin? I'm so.
It's because we've started recording these just before lunch somehow.
Yeah.
We've fallen into this trap. So now for the second half of this podcast, I don't know about you, but for the second half of the Voids, we're doing the podcast, but I'm also in the back of my head thinking, God, I'm ravenous.
Yeah, just fucking
I had a
starving.
bowl of cornflakes this morning, but God, I'm fucking hungry.
No, definitely. But yeah, folks, thanks for listening, and we'll see you then.
Yes, we will. Thank you very much for listening. Goodbye.
Goodbye.